In every city in India, we could find an urban poor settlement around every posh locality. And we can also find huge garbage dumps in one of the corner of such urban slums. So we at Let's Be the Change were figuring out how we could address this problem and how we could overcome these garbage dumps and how we could bring in a solution. So that's when we started our sustainable waste management in urban poor settlements. So initially we wanted to understand what are all the problem areas and why people were not giving their waste to the waste collectors, or whether the waste collectors used to go to these slums to collect waste. As a pilot, we began our sustainable waste management project in Mesti, Palya, an urban poor settlement in Kormangala, which has a total population of about 1,500 plus people, a total households of about 450 plus, in which waste generated per day is close to around 650 kgs, and it has 5 garbage dumps. Waste segregation level was below 20%, and the waste collection level was around 30%. So close to 70% of the waste which was generated in every household used to be dumped in these 5 garbage dumps.
So far, we have seen significant results. We've achieved an increase in waste collection levels and source segregation levels by creating responsible citizens. And there is a reduction in black spots and landfills. After 6 months of vigorous work, we stand at 99% of waste segregation and 85% of waste collection per day. Now let's have a look at our success story.
Once we have finalized the project location Mesti Palya, so to understand people's problems, we came on ground to initially to see how communities waste collection is working on, how people are segregating. Wherein we found out that waste collection vehicle was not properly coming. So one day if it shows, the other day it won't come. They don't have any idea where to dump their waste. So they used to dump in and around the corners of the Mesti Palya.
We have recognized that a few of the residents of Mesti Palya are dependent on livestock for a living. We can see cows and other animals feeding on leftovers given by the residents, making the surroundings untidy. As most of the bins are kept outside, these animals scatter them in search of food. Children of the community have a bad practice of littering, and the adults burn plastic in order to use them as fuel for boiling water.
So then we thought of we should implement a proper structure of waste collection, and also we should give them awareness more about the segregation. We started to identify people within the community. We thought if the people are from the community to work along with them and with the LBTC, we want to build that trust in between the community and to synergize them with the local government.
Initially in the project, we built the foundation by selecting a few dedicated individuals to work towards solid waste management. We trained them and covered the wider topic of solid waste management, types of waste and their segregation methods. Laying this foundation further simplified the process of educating the residents of Mesti Palya community on the same. The team started their groundwork for months. Each day, they went for a door-to-door survey assigning a unique number to each household. This survey helped us understand the practices they have been following, the types of segregation they were aware of, the challenges they have been facing regarding waste collection, and how they would require our help. Based on the survey, we instantly understood that the community required guidance towards practicing the right methods of waste segregation. We set up awareness camps to make sure that the community knew that our team is there to support them along the way and make sure the process was easier. We conducted games based on solid waste management and gave the winners a token of appreciation. In addition to this, we conducted programs in the community. This encouraged the residents to join hands with us and acknowledge our efforts towards helping them live in a cleaner environment. We organized games for kids addressing the importance of not littering and managing their wastes efficiently. These games helped them understand the types of waste segregation in detail. We allotted a few responsible kids as cleanliness leaders to look after their respective lanes. By the end, we awarded the winners with gifts. For the community women, we carried out menstrual hygiene session to make sure they were aware of all the sustainable alternatives like menstrual cups and cloth pads replacing sanitary pads. These women were also instructed on the right ways of disposing used menstrual products. We put together street plays in Mesti, Palya addressing the importance of segregation and including sustainable practices in their day-to-day lives. These street plays helped us connect better with the community and spread knowledge to a large group.
ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ನಗರ ತಂಡವು ಕಸ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಎಂಬ ಬೀದಿ ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಉದ್ಯಾನವನ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ 15 ನಿಮಿಷಗಳ ನಾಟಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವ್ರು ಇವತ್ತೇ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಕೊಡೋದನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬೇಕು.
ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನೇ ಇತರೆ ಕಸ ಡಬ್ಬ ನನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಹಾಕಕ್ಕಾಗುವಂಥ ಐಟಮ್ಸು, ಮಾತ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿರಪ್ಗಳ ಬಾಕ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಕವರ್ಗಳು, ಡೈಪರ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟರಿ ನ್ಯಾಪ್ಕಿನ್ಸು, ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನು ಮತ್ತು ಸಿರಿಂಜ್.
ಕಸದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಓಡಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ನಾವು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕಸನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೇ BBMP ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Our team continued with door-to-door awareness on solid waste management.
ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ನಾವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಇದರಿಂದ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
Even after door-to-door awareness on solid waste management, we faced issues with the community giving mixed waste in polythene covers or single bins. We came up with a solution for this. It was to provide each household with 2 bins and 1 bag.
ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಬಕೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, 2-3 ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಸರ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪರಿಸರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾನಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ.
Our team demonstrated how to use the 2 bins and 1 bag. The green one for wet, the red one for reject, and the bag for dry waste. These buckets and bags were each assigned with a unique number as allotted during the survey. This will help us differentiate between the houses giving their waste and the ones not giving so that we can keep track of the defaulters.
ನಾವು ಕೆಲವರು ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ನೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೈನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
With the help of marshals, we started penalizing those who were dumping waste. Once the dumping stopped, we started clearing the black spots along with the BBMP's help. These black spots were beautified with artwork on waste segregation awareness. Our motto was to keep their surroundings clean and hygienic. The residents promised to sustain the transformed spots.
ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಗಾಡಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರು ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇಕ್ಕಿ ಓನರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಮನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ఆమెಲೆ డ్రైవర్ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗೋ ಥರ కూడా ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
నా పేరు సీనా, నేను మేస్త్రిపల్లి ఆటో డ్రైవర్ని. ఇంతకుముందు మేస్త్రిపల్లెంలో చాలా పాయింట్లు ఉండేటివి, ఇప్పుడు చాలా కరెక్ట్గా సెగ్రిగేషన్ చేసి ఇస్తూ ఉన్నారు. అందువలన బయట చెత్త చాలా కమ్మి అయ్యింది.
After distributing 2 bins and 1 bag to all the households, our team started inspections. Each morning, the team accompanied the inspection vehicle with speakers and songs on waste segregation awareness. This gave us the realization that the residents were still confused with the usage of bins. The team took account of all the households that were practicing the right methods, corrected the ones that were not, and provided them with tips to reduce waste generation, like alternative usage of dry leaves or newspaper instead of plastic liners for their bins. Concentrating on the reduction of reject and mixed waste generation, we started waste audit. This was to help us identify the households that were generating reject waste and to assist them on how to reduce it. We also identified the ones that gave mixed waste so that we could correct them by teaching them the right ways of segregation. Our designated team rates the households based on their waste segregation practices.
Actually, the idea of waste audit has generated from monitoring and getting the data, so where we can incentivize the people for the best practices and note the people who are not practicing well.
If they are providing waste with the plastic cover, then I have to rate 4, and if they are using their own bin, it's 4, and if it's a wrong bin, I have to rate 3. If everything's good, then I have to rate 5.
After 2 weeks of audit, we conducted community meetings explaining the most efficient practices of waste segregation and assisting them to lead a sustainable lifestyle.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಪಾಳ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು ನಾವು ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂಥರ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಅವ್ರ ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಿ ಅದೇ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಂಪು ಬಿನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲಾಗಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪೀಸ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪೀಸ್ ಥರ ಕಟ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಕವರ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ.
ಇದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ
वैसे ही अभी गाड़ी नहीं आ रही तो ग्रुप में अपडेट करेगा कि गाड़ी इस दिन.
We also got the feedback from the residents on all the changes they have witnessed so far and the changes they expect in near future.
ಏನು ಕಸ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ? ಹಸಿ ಕಸ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಸಿ ಕಸನೇ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ఇప్పుడు మేము చూసేదైతే మేము స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు 50% మాత్రమే చెప్పించేవాళ్ళు. సో ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే 9 నుంచి 98% వరకు సెగ్రిగేట్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నారు. సో అది చాలా ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్. అది అంతా మీ వల్లనే సాధ్యమైంది. సో మా తరఫున మీ అందరికీ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్.
In order to encourage the ones that have been practicing the best methods to continue the good work, we awarded them with kitchen cutleries. This positive reinforcement encourages the others to aim for the same. To address the residents' queries or needs, we have created a WhatsApp group. Here, they are kept informed about the waste collection vehicle and its whereabouts.
ಈಗ ಮನೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಕ್ಕಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಗ್ಗ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ బిడి ಅವ್ರು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಲೂ వ్యవస్థ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
2 ఏళ్ళ నుంచి ఇక్కడ పనిచేస్తున్నాం. ఇంతకుముందు అంత మిక్స్ చేసేది చాలా ఇబ్బందిగా ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు అంత డివైడ్ అవుతుంది. పక్క పర్వాలేదు. మనే కాస్త క్లీన్ చేస్తున్నారు.
Now the waste collection is regular and efficient, and most of the residents have stopped using plastic liners after understanding its harms. The burden from the Paura Karmikas has now been taken away as they don't have to worry about the mixed waste. Both the residents and the team are overwhelmed with the results. Finally, after 6 months of continuous efforts, we are pleased to announce that all the age group residents of Mesti Palya are following sustainable waste management practices. Let's hear what the residents have to say.
ಅದೇ ಮೊದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಸ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದು ಮನೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಇವಾಗ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಗಾಡಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಗಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ఇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ఏరియా నీటాಗಿದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ.
బకెట్లు ఇచ్చిండారు, బకెట్ల దాని ప్రకారము దాన్ని యూజ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడైనా వేసేది ఏమీ లే.
पहले मेस्ट्री पालिया में मेरा आके हो गया 13-14 ईयर्स. तो पहले तो यहाँ पे काफ़ी कचरा हुआ करता था, यहाँ वहाँ हर जगह लोग ऐसे निकाल के फेंक देते थे. अभी तो जमा भी नहीं है, और ये जो आप लोग कर रहे हो बहुत कुछ चेंज हो गया.
ಮೊದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಡಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಕಸನೆಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇವರು ವ್ಯಾನ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ బరోవరకు ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಬೇಡಿ, వ్యాన్ బರುತ್ತೆ డైలీ. ఎల్పిటిసి వాళ్ళు వచ్చి ఈ ఏరియాకంతా నీట్గా చెత్త వేసుకోవటానికి సహాయపడుతున్నారు.
ಒಂದು ಐದಾರು ವರ್ಷ ಕೂಡ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಬಂದಾಗಿಂದ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ.
ಮುಂಚೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಡಸ್ಟ್ಬಿನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ 3 ಡಸ್ಟ್ಬಿನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಂಚೆಗಿನ್ನ ಇವಾಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಇವರು ಸೇವೆ ತುಂಬ ಉಪಯೋಗವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಸೇವೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ.